Okay, this is Eric Linwood. I'm back with you with more EDF slash Spring Power Universal Exoskeleton Armor updates. And I'm basically building this other exoskeleton to show the people the difference. You're either going to have something that's got a lot of armor, stop bullets, and it's kind of slow, but you can still move around fairly quick in. I mean, maybe a light sprint at times and be able to duck and move around. I mean, you can't fight in it. And then you got something that you can actually maybe break a sprint in and then keep a full long stride in, and that's the difference. A lot of people ain't realizing that for as that go. I don't even care if you can't get electrical motors or anything like that, because if you even pay attention to the field study of electrical motors, the computing technology hadn't caught up with the exoskeleton technology to the point where you can put it on a soldier and he have that mobility he wants in the field. That's why also the exoskeleton that the military is planning for as all the revision stuff and all that, is not meant for the field. If you actually do your research, it says not meant for the field. It's just meant for breaching doors and protecting the other soldiers when doing the first entry. He come in first. It's 300-pound suit with him in at 500 pounds. Clear the room, and the other little guys come in and clean up. That's what the suit they got planned. But it's not something that you walking around in the field in. And then, like I said, the way they got the mechanics set up, even if you look at the Raytheon suit, all the motors, the battery pack, all that stuff is on the back. So it's going to be vulnerable in the back. That's another thing that I'm trying to get people to understand. And it ain't about knocking them or anything. It's simple mechanics. It's simple physics, and it's structure, and it's just what you can and can't do with different things. That's why I'm building one for heavy duty, that you can stop an AR round or stop something of that nature. And then, like I said, but once you're talking about it in the field, when you talk about running around, I mean, you got stuff out there. I mean, I know the military got some stuff out there, but none of the reasons that they don't give it to a soldier is not standard issue, but because for one, it's too fucking expensive. A lot of and frankly, like a lot of people don't realize, depending on what it is, the military is not going to invest in it if it's too expensive, because they literally think a soldier's life is not worth that much. It's just that fucking simple. They don't think a soldier's life is worth that much. They give a soldier, like entry level soldier, special force soldier, what, 10 grand a year, give or take. So I mean, so you really think they're gonna put $100,000+ equipment on that soldier, and then the soldiers that are running it, they're up in ranks. And like I said, it's just for special operations where they getting high value targets and having to raid people's house and shit like that. But that's what that suit's for. But when you're talking about the field, if you want somebody to be, they're already carrying around 100-pound pack and all that. I mean, you name it. Depending on what gun, they can have a gun that weighs 5 pounds. Some guns, they have just the gun alone weighs like 35-40 pounds, especially you're talking about big sniper rifle. That's not counting ammo. That's not counting his food supply, his water supply, things of that nature. So that's another reason why I'm making this one. And then, like I said, if you could look at that or whatever, and it's just I'm like still in a prototype stages of testing it out. But in general, I'm gonna refine that and make it a lot better. I already refined it in certain ways and make it a lot better. Just small increment changes. I'm not doing too big of a drastic change, because every time you make a simple change, and it's like a foundation of how you move it an inch, at the end of the build, you knock it off a foot. Same thing with exoskeleton. So I'm making little simple changes in there to make improvements. See what I can make smaller, slight improvements to it, because like I said, it's all, if you want to remain mobile. And if you look at some of even the revisions videos, and some of the videos that they're talking about different airmen suits, even the generals and things of that nature, tell you there's only so much armor you can pack on a person and still make him mobile. So that's what that's about, having still the mobility but still some protection, because like I said, standard issue soldiers just got those tactical knee pads, something like that, and some army issue boots. They have nothing else on the leg. I got front shin protection, back calf protection, and thigh protection. If I do an all Kevlar version, it's literally going to stay the same weight offer more ballistic protection, and I would just have to make the thigh plate a little longer. And the thigh plate, for us making it a little longer in this case, is not affecting the performance at all. So that's not even a big deal to me. I'm trying to get the performance, and literally it's going to be the same weight when I finish it, especially when, of course, you add the extra length in the calf and the thickness of the Kevlar itself that I want to use. It's literally going to be the same weight as those legs. So that's another reason why I made it the lighter package, not only to get more mobility, to simulate the weight if I had it in a production model. I'm simulating weight too also. That's more of an experiment than the final product, and then at the same time full-on prototype. But that's what that's about. But taking a break, I got the boots. I got the extra elevation on that. I got the extra pieces on there to give me the stability for the exoskeleton suit for us to attach into the boots and transfer the weight to the ground. Instead of all those that you see on that, you see that simpleness to that? So that weight I lost by just doing that. And then, like I said, unless you're stepping on a mine, or if you got somebody fall up on their car, urban situation, shoot you, you're not going to worry about that, because guess what? This is field. When you're in the field, depending on, I mean, your foot might be buried in the sand a little bit if you're in the sand. If you're walking through the field, your feet and all that stuff is going to be hidden by grass, things of that nature, shrubbery, a whole bunch of different things that can hide your feet and hide your legs from fire. So, and it's really just the boot. I still got the shin plate and the back calf plate. So that's far as that go. And then, like I said, I didn't want the boot too heavy. That way you could still, manipulate it in the field, running around. Soldiers are already carrying, what a lot of people don't realize, for its armament alone, about, depending on the person, 30 to 50 pounds just body armor. Let alone anywhere from a light rock set for a soldier is 85 pounds. There's some backpacks that they carry way up to 200 pounds. 200 pounds. So, also, I want to run non-powered. That way, depending on if you get stuck in the field for days on end, some soldiers get stuck on for a week. Okay, say if you get stuck in the field for a week, and you got a exoskeleton that only can be recharged by station, or you had to change your battery, and it only lasts 10 hours. Now, after 10 hours, your exoskeleton is useless, and you're stuck in the field for a whole week. You won't have that problem. If you get stuck in the field with my exoskeleton, it's going to remain functional when you leave the field. Most likely, the exoskeleton will out-survive you, the way I'm designing this exoskeleton. I mean, you'll literally be able to kill the person that's in the exoskeleton still be functional, and another person can wear it. That's how I'm building this system, with the simplicity of it, being that you could put a hole through it, and it might kill it. Like I said, it's only so much armor you could put on something. There's always a bigger bullet. If that bigger bullet happens to penetrate that armor and it kills that person, you can just change the plate on that armor